Hey everybody, it's Cindy over at paper.old.new. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time with me today. I'm working on the calendar journal that we started. If you remember correctly, I said I was going to put the rest of the papers on the pages. So I've put papers on all the pages, including a fly page on the front and the back. And I picked some fabric and started working on tabs. A few of these first ones that I did, they're actually in the back of the book, if I'm not mistaken, are a little bit loose. I wasn't pulling it tight enough. Once they're on there, I don't really know how to fix that. If somebody knows, maybe you can tell me. But it's not going to be that big of a deal, though, because, of course, this is going to get a cover. And even though this is tab bound, that's not what the back of the book is going to look like. So I'm just kind of working through, and basically what I've done is, and I thought I had an even number of pages, but apparently I don't, because I'm not ending with the same, I'm not ending 3 like I started 3. I'm ending 2, I think, but we'll see how it goes. So basically all you do is you alternate 2 tabs, 3 tabs, 2 tabs, 3 tabs, or I guess if you have bigger pages, you could do bigger tabs or more tabs, or, however. I haven't decided what my favorite tab material is. I do not like the idea of using paper as tabs, because I just feel like the wear and tear would be too hard on it, I guess. As you can see, I've glued a set of 2, which means this is a set of 3, which means I'm gluing a set of 2 onto this one. And basically what I've been doing is I put a blob of glue there and a blob of glue. I'm kind of trying to line them up if I've got this set right, which I kind of do and I kind of don't. And then I take my 2 tabs. I smush this because these are just cloth that I got. These are cloth strips I got from placemats, from some cloth placemats that I had. Okay, and then I put it a little less than half of it on there. A little less than half. I don't really, there's no measurement. I don't have any kind of, sometimes I'll add a little extra glue out here on the outside if all of it didn't get glued down. As long as most of it gets glued down, I'm pretty okay with it. I don't know, like, once I get these in, how I'm going to decorate. Or on some of the pages, the green goes really well. And then on some of the pages, I'm like, well, like this. It's okay. But in the same token, I didn't want to match tabs up to every piece of paper. And as you can see, my tabs are like all over the place. I've only done a couple of tab bound journals, guys. I'm still getting the hang of it. I suppose the best way to do it would be to go through, oh look, and I even overlapped those 2. That's going to be a problem. I suppose the best way to do it would be to go through and mark where you're going to put your tabs. And that way, you don't, like, you put them in the same place every time. Okay, I glued 2 to this one, so these 3 tabs are the ones I'm bringing up to connect the page, this page that I just laid down, and the one underneath of it. So basically that's what tab binding is. You alternate connecting pages. Or you connect alternating pages. Yeah. And I just smush the glue down and then pull the tab really tight. As tight as I can get it. And I smush the glue down and I pull the tab as tight as I can get it. That's what I didn't do with the first couple, is I didn't turn the book sideways, and I just kind of folded it up. I didn't pull it tight. I do recommend pulling them tight. They seem to work better that way. Okay, and then we're going to do, I think I only kept a few of these to do with you. I did most of them. So this is the next one, and we're doing 3. It's better if I line this up like this. If I line it up, I can generally put the tabs where they're supposed to go. So like, when I had originally done it, I was putting them on these, I was lining them up with these lines on the grid. Okay, and then I go down and I smush. This is, again, because I'm using thin fabric and I don't want it to like go through and make everything all wet. A little less than half. I do a little less than half because once you've, I mean, even though you're pulling it tight, when you wind it around, if you do half, when you wind it around 2 pages, 2 folded pages at that, so technically 4 pieces of paper, when you wind it around those 4 pieces of paper, even though you're pulling it tight, if you do half on this side, you end up with less than half on the other side. So I'm trying to like even it out a little bit. I do not like getting glue on my finger, but the spreader doesn't work as well for this. Okay, so then we'll flip this one over and it will go right here and we'll do the 2 tabs that we just did. And as you can see, I'm doing some massive overlapping. I'm not, where you're going to see these tabs is going to be on the pages themselves, because my journal is going to get, this journal is going to get a cover. So, okay, pull it tight. And this one, pull it tight. Oh, I didn't mush that down enough. See, I got a wet spot. And I don't think those wet spots go away. They kind of dry, wet looking like that. Not enough glue over here. Yeah, somehow I must have ended up with an odd number of pages. The first time I did this, because it's a calendar, I ended up with an even number of pages, right? 12? A picture for each month, so 12 pages. Somehow I'm either missing one or I've got one too many. I'm not sure which it is, but I mean, I'm not going to bother going and counting and figuring it out, but no, I don't want to do that. It's getting ready to make a major faux pas there, guys. Okay, and then this is our last one. And again, like I said, for some reason, I've only got 2 on this one, so. Oh, that was a lot of glue. Okay. Sorry, it drives me crazy. Can't help it. Okay. Actually, this one doesn't need tabs. But just so that it's uniform in the book, I guess, I'll leave them there and then cut them off. This one doesn't need tabs. That's why. It does end in 3. Because this doesn't need a tab. You know what? I'm just going to fold it around and glue it on. Because, what you call it? This is the last page. There's no page to go on top of this to glue that set of double tabs to. So the last page in your book you don't need to glue tabs to it. I knew I was doing something. I'm just going to go all the way down like this, and we're just going to fold all of these over. Let's turn it this way so that the ones that do need to be pulled get pulled. And I don't really care what I didn't even need to smush this glue. I don't really care what these look like. This is going to get glued to the cover. This is my fly page, right? So this is my back fly page. All right. I've got glue between there because I just went straight up and down the... Okay, so that's our book, guys. So when you open it up, you've got... Wait, no, it's going to go that way. When you open it up, you've got fly paper here, and then you've got your picture, and then you've got a spread. and then you've got a picture, and then you've got a spread, a picture, a spread, so on and so forth. Now, if you even this up, your tabs will sit in the right spots. A picture, a spread, see, like that. Those all evened up. Okay, so this is our calendar tab book. Okay, and then we have this and our fly paper, and we're good. Okay, so the next thing I do normally is I go through and I start doing all the pockets. So like on this spread here, this is going to be a page. It will have so if I stick this in here like this is my cover. That's going to go on here. It's going to get glued. It's going to get glued to this page like that. Okay. So when you open this up, it'll be like that. And this will be on the cover. Okay. So it's like fly paper. And then you'll do the same thing with the back piece. Now the back piece, there may be a little bit of a difference because as you can see, the calendar comes up short. And a lot of time, or what I did on the last one was I covered this and then I glued it down as a pocket. Okay. So we may end up doing that again. We'll have to see. I think I folded that wrong. So we're going to have to do some finagling. All right. But anyway, in the meantime, the idea is to go back through all of our, I've got little pieces, big pieces. We go back through all of our cutoffs and we decide what we want to make pockets or whatever out of. Okay. Like this might look kind of cool on here. See, and you go totally like off the wall. So it doesn't have to be anything that you would normally put together. I like making these very eclectic-ish. So let's cut this here. Now, of course, your problem is going to come in when you want to do bigger pieces. I have some large, so we've got some long stripes that we can make tucks out of, or double tucks. And then we've got some full page pieces, if I can get them. We've got a few full page pieces that we can make full page pockets out of. We would just trim them down so that they're not exactly the same size, right? Okay, so we've got plenty of ideas and thoughts. So let's go ahead and cut this one. And we'll get our first pocket in, guys. Okay. And of course, you can trim this, make it not quite so tall. You know, they're obviously your pockets and your book, so you do it how you think looks good. Okay, let's get all my punchy stuff. I need this. I also like to punch the corners of my pages. So we're going to go, wait, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Because I punched some back here, yeah. Okay, so we're going to punch that. In these kind of books, I don't know, it feels like it looks finished. That is still wiggly. I will say this, once you get the spine glued on, that wiggle's probably going to stop. So another reason I'm not overly worried about the wiggles. Okay. And then the bottom of this. I know I'm all over the place, guys. And let me get a punch. Oh, boy. Okay, and we'll just glue this down in here. like that. The other nice thing about this is all these long cutoff strips, I can make tags out of them. We can make cards out of them. So once we get all our pockets in, then we get to start looking at what we want to make tags and cards out of. And like I said, I have a whole pile of these calendars. I've been taking them upstairs, matching papers to them, getting them all set up, trimming the papers down. I mean, like, I'm going to town on these calendar journals. They're kind of quick and easy to go together because you don't, they're actually not a big embellishment rush because you don't want to put too much in these. You want to keep, this is definitely one that you want to keep as flat as possible, right? So, okay. And there's nothing to say that you can't embellish this page. I mean, if you wanted to put something on here, like I did that one where I put an uptuck on the top of the page, or you could punch, I have border punches. You could punch a border for the page and glue it down. Like I have this. So I could punch this as a border and glue it down. On one thing I punched a border and folded it up. We might do that with one of the pockets. Like if they're too long, punch the bottom of it and fold it over the bottom. Okay, anyway, so that's that one. Now let's see what we want to do with this. Okay, and of course your question is going to be, do I want to do a full page pocket? Do I want to leave any journaling space? Do I like those together? I kind of do. So let's go, actually we're going to cut it short so it's not 8 inches tall. I'm going to cut it to about 7 3/4. Give us a little bit of a frame around the pocket. And then this way we'll cut it I feel like this piece of paper is not straight. I keep looking at it going, that's not straight. But I mean, it corners up on the thing, okay, so I really don't think that's straight. Okay. All right, now let's punch this page. All right, and then we'll punch all these. And then you have to decide, of course, whether you want it to be a side loading pocket or a top loading pocket. See, and that'll go on there just like that, with just the edging of that other paper sticking out. Okay, and I think we're going to make it a side loading pocket. And I'm going to make the notch a little bit high. Looks pretty good. Yeah, there we go. And it's crazy eclectic. There is nothing, this is definitely not a, these two that I've made have not been matchy-matchy. Okay, so we're going to put I will say one thing I do like about tab bindings is they tend to lay pretty flat. So that's nice. Okay, so that's that one. Now the question is, do I want to do anything to this one since I did something to that one, or do I just want to leave it alone? I don't know. There's a piece of me that kind of wants to do flip out journaling spots and attach them over the tabs. It's not wide enough. I actually want to cover up the tab. See, like I could take a piece of this and put it in here. I have to trim it, but... So what happens if we take... I just need to fold it. Let's fold it in half. That's 5 1/2, right? If I fold it in half like that, and what we're going to do is we're going to take 1/4 inch off this side to get rid of the burnt edges. All right. And then we're going to take this down to about 7 3/4. I don't necessarily want it sticking out. Okay. And then I just glue it right there like that. And it'll open this way and fold that way. I suppose I should have left it a fold piece. I didn't, did I? All right, we're just going to glue. We're just going to do it. It's going to have a fold over flap, sort of. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll put it on here like this. And then when the glue dries, I can come back and put this fold in it. Once that glue is dry, I can come back and put the fold in it. Okay, and then we fold that up in there, and we've got a little, like I said, it'll fold. Okay. The thing we did not do is clip the corners, so let's do that. Okay. Once I get it folded, I'll probably feel better about it. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to do is let's do an example of a side tuck, because I would do these a specific way, because you guys know me. I don't want anything catching on these fabric tabs, right? So what... Oh, it's just thicker than all the other ones. I'm like, why is that only... That's only one also. Do I have a few more down here? What do I... Oh, these are full pages. Okay, well, we got a few more full pages then, which I didn't know I had. All right, well, if I'm going to do a side tuck, Problem is these are all folded. I really need it to be one of these. I mean, I don't have nothing. It doesn't all have to be matchy-matchy, but I would like it to at least. This has got pink and brown in it. And lines. That's kind of fun. All right, so let's move this out of the way, and we're going to cut this. Well, first we'll cut it. First I'll cut it short. It needs to be 8 inches long. Right? Okay, we got a little square there. And I think we're going to make it about 2.5 inches wide. It doesn't need to be too wide, and my page is only 5 1/4, so this is going to be a little less than half the page. Right? Okay, now, what I was going to say was, I need to put down tape. This is my, and I might actually put down 2. That is not long enough, so we'll put this back here. Now, I don't know how good this tape sticks to fabric, but my goal here, of course, again, is to prevent anything that I tuck into this pocket from catching on those fabric, on these pieces of fabric. That's my goal here. So let's cut the tape off. Felt like it was trying to peel. You don't want that. Okay, get that off of there. And we have a nice, it's less likely to catch anything. And we can put this little fabric, this little side tuck back here. And hip hip hurrah, right? I think we're going to put one of these notches in it. And then we're going to glue it down. Now, the other thing that you could do that I didn't do on these is you could take these to your sewing machine. Here lately I've been using my sewing machine more, so you guys have been hearing my likes and dislikes about sewing on paper. I'm not a huge fan of the holes on the back side of the paper. So typically I will sew a layered item that is going to be backed so that I can hide the holes. So if you wanted to, I suppose you could sew like some flatter lace trims and stuff to the edges of these calendar pages and then back your pages with the scrapbook paper. That would be how I would do it. Now, if you don't have a problem with the holes in the reverse side holes, then, just, we forgot a page, guys. Okay, clip that. And there we have that. Now, like I said before, a lot of my papers from the last one you could write on, so I wasn't really necessarily covering every page. Do I think I could write on that with a black pen? Probably. With like a black marker type pen, you could probably write on that. I mean, with a black marker pen, you could probably write on any of these pages. Let's be honest. Okay, before I forget, let's clip this one and see what our next spread looks like. Now, that's not to say I won't come back to that polka dot and say, you know what, I'm going to put something here. This is one that doesn't have a lot of dark. This is actually one I think you could write on. Even if you wanted to write around the flowers and in the spaces. This is one I definitely think that it could be written on. So, you know, decorating that one, maybe, maybe not. This one, maybe we'll do... I haven't done anything with one of these. Okay. We said these are 5.5 inches wide. We're going to go just below the 1/2 inch mark. Maybe not by that much. And okay. There we go. Maybe an uptuck? What do we think? I don't have an uptuck yet. Covers up all my dark purple, guys. I really like that dark purple. What if I cut it? What if I did a, or better yet, if I tear it? We do like this. A torn uptuck. Do we like it? Can't decide. I'm a very indecisive person. I think what's bugging me is I want to keep that. So let me punch this. Let's punch this. Does this look weird on here? Yes. I don't like that. This one's harder than the last one I did. I will admit to that, because this one is like, I don't know, just harder. I don't mind that on there. Maybe we do an uptuck there, or I could do... No, I don't want to cover up the flowers. I like the flowers down here. So what if... Well, either one of these could be the long side uptuck. Like that. I don't mind that. Okay. Let's do it here. I think you could write on that page. I'm actually trying to leave journaling space so I don't have to have too much in the way of... I mean, obviously there's going to be something in all these pockets we're making. Okay, and then we take this and we go like this. It also covers up most of the fact that that's not even. I mean, the scrap of paper and the calendar page, not even. I got it. You see my finger? That's from doing all the glue smushing. It's got glue all over it. Okay. Anyway. And did we decide we don't like this? It would be neat to do this. I don't hate it. It's just not my favorite. Let's get some of this white off of here. That's the other problem. When you tear these, I wish you could tear like so that both sides are not, because that makes this weaker the more you rip off of here. Okay, let's do corner, corner, corner. And we'll glue this one down here. We'll have opposite tucks. And the nice thing about this is when you do opposite tucks on a spread like this, you'll actually see both of them because there's no pages going in here. I will say for making journals, still my biggest struggle is sewing the pages in. So that's probably my biggest struggle. Had a visitor. While he was here, I cleaned up some trash. But anyway, so we have that spread. And again, this is totally and completely, crazy. It's not anything that would matter. Like, I might end up taking, I have no idea, somebody dropped shoes, I think, a tag and putting it in here and it be like that. Not necessarily this big, but polka dots to go with all those stripes or, whatever. The point is to be crazy with it. That was kind of the fun I'm having with these first couple of these. Now, who knows? They may get a little more, I don't want to say reined in, but I have a couple upstairs that the papers match a little better. I have been doing a bunch of these. I have a bunch of these pulled. I have a bunch of these that I want to make into journals. So we will have plenty of calendar and we will learn and grow as we go. Because as I do this and I find better ways to do things, I will share. And we will learn things. And it will be fun. I hope. I'm doing this because I don't want to forget. And then we'll see if we can't do a couple more. And then I'll let you go. And hopefully when we come back, I'll be done putting pockets in. We can make pieces to go in the pockets out of the rest of what's here. And yeah, kind of finish it up and put the cover on it. Uh-oh. I did that too fast and it didn't clip it right. And these are done. Oh, except the back. Oh, did I clip the back? Did I clip the fly? I did clip the fly paper. I didn't want to do that because I wasn't sure how it was going to fit on the cover. But I guess if I'm doing the cover the way I keep saying I'm doing the cover, it's up to me. That's better. And then this one, that's better. And I have this mess of little clippy pieces over here. Okay, and you can see where it's already starting to add a little bit of, like, you can see that's where that folded piece is that we did. Here's our tuck. This is the page. I wasn't sure what to do with the purple over here. I don't necessarily want to use this again because we did that over here, right? Well, not really. Okay, and then this can get folded. There we go. Yeah, and then so you fold it back. So it's like this, and then you can either open it this way or you can open it that way. Right? And I didn't mean to fold that part. I don't want this folded also. So hopefully that'll flatten back out again. Okay. Sorry. Now this, I mean, I suppose I could. What if we did, let's see something here. What if we did, one, two, three, four, five. and a little less than a half, right? Seems to be a good fit. Okay, I'm going to flip this one around and do the same thing. One, two, three, 4, 5, and a little less than a half. Hopefully they're at least close. Here again, you could save that for making a... Okay, and then I was thinking... we do like this, maybe? Wait. Let's do a 3-inch. We'll do a 3-inch pocket. Like that. Right? Please tell me it fits. I need to trim it again. I need to trim it again. Okay, maybe we should make them 5 1/4, just to be safe. And that gives me an exact measurement too. So let's do 5 1/4. All right. So if we do that as our bottom pocket, and then we do... I'm going to cut this jagged edge off. This pad was perforated, as you can see. So we're going to cut this off. And then we're going to flip this around and make the next pocket 2 3/4 maybe. Oh, and we have to cut this to 5 1/4, right? Okay, move that all over there. And then this goes in here like this. And then do I want to do a little 2-inch? I don't know if I have enough left. I do not. I mean, it would have to be something like that. And that's not big enough. I don't have any. I don't have any left. Okay. It's the weekend. People are doing their laundry, as you might be able to hear in the background now. My dryer and my washer are going. But let me get them positioned. Get this one positioned. Tag on it. And put it. Let me get a pencil. Where's my pencil? Right over here. I'm going to put a line here and here. Okay. So I can put this pocket down. And then I'm going to turn these back to back. I'm going to turn these back to back like this, and I'm going to punch the notch off to one side. And this will offset my notches. Okay. Now, I have not been inking, so I don't necessarily want to start now because I can't go back and ink pockets that I've already put down. But these are a little hard to see. It's not too bad because it's not exactly the same color. And with something in them, you'll know where they go. Something got a bit of a buzz back there. I don't know if you can hear that. I think it's my washing machine. It's got one of those sensors on it, so it like weighs the clothes and all that before it starts. I just saw how much that was curling, and I wish I had put kind of wish I had put tape on that one, but it doesn't go all the way in the pocket, so something on there. All right, and then we're going to do this one, and then I think we've done a variety. I think I will let you go and then when I come back to you, we'll be ready to work on a different. Was I really not paying that close of attention? Oh, I did not want that high up on the page. See, if I bring it down here, the paper underneath and the bottom edge of the pocket show. It's going to have to go up like that, and I'll have to do some decorating or something. Okay, note to self. Make sure when you're lining your stuff up that all your pieces are where you want them to be. I didn't even notice that, but I mean, oh my gosh, you know what? Is this dried? Oh, I think I left it on there too long. That one's dried. All right, guys, we're going to fix a page. Like it never happened. This is what happens when you're only half paying attention. Not to mention that wasn't supposed to have a line of glue across the bottom of it anyway. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Oh. Let's put this one down here. And this one will go here. We'll just worry about that part. Oh, you know what? I'm going to erase the glue off the bottom so that this doesn't... Because we don't want that. I want it to pass through, right? Oh, yes, right. That's what I want. I want it to pass through. I don't know what that is. Okay. Look at that, guys. We fixed it. Hopefully. All right. So I'm going to put this one down, and then I'm going to let you go. And the next time we see the calendar, it will be we'll be ready to put like cards and tags and things, and we'll see how simple it is to take all of your scraps that you've made over the course of making this calendar and put them in this book. And it doesn't even have to be, I mean, this isn't a like I did back the calendar pages, but In this case, it was because they're like magazine print thin. I mean, these are really thin calendar pages. So these ones needed reinforcement. For the most part, the tags and things, they don't have to have a lot of excess reinforcement. You're just going to put them on in the calendar and like as paper for journaling on. Because obviously you've done up all the pages, so. Okay, and we might do a few more of these little flip out guys, because I like the way those turn out. And we have done up to there. I didn't count how many spreads that was, but I have the last 7 or 8 to do. And when, like I said, when I come back, there will be pockets and stuff on all the pages, whatever I'm going to do on the page. And we will be ready to put in tags and stuff like that. So, if you guys have a calendar, you know, give this a shot. It's a lot of fun. And if you have a favorite calendar, you can keep the pictures. I love these. And thanks again to Care for the inspiration, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.